Oh, okay. Mark, you can't X that out.
Yeah, I just lost all video to the room.
Are you there yet, Chris?
Yeah, I'm still there. Oh, there it is. It's back on. Yep.
I took care of the IT problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I think it's time. Call the meeting in order. The moment of silence for the prayer and the pledge of allegiance after. Father, we seek your wisdom daily. Be with us in making decisions that affect the lives and future of our families and communities. We pray that all commute clearly, truthfully, and calmly with each other and the public. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
Okay.
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held July 14th, 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Are there any guests concerning county business? No, it's not. We did have an executive session Monday, July 18th at 8:30 a.m. for personnel business.
The department reports the budget transfers 2021 and 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, approval of payroll check numbers 74402 through 74459 and direct deposit check numbers 6043790 through 6044231 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $673,896.37. This is the payroll dated July 15th, 2022.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 230056 through 230213 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $920,056.89.
Motion approved.
Move to approve.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
The personnel report for county departments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
The acknowledgement for courts and row offices.
Move to acknowledge.
Second.
Mr. Arner,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
We have no correspondence that was received. Advertising. For approval, authorize the advertisement of the finding of no significant impact on the request for release of funds and notice of intent to request release of funds on July 25th, 2022 for the following projects: Family Promise Homeless Facility Women's Shelter, the Lehighton Borough 135, 139 North Street demolition, Packer Township Orker Mill Road culvert reconstruction, and Weissport Borough Forge and White Streets water and sewer improvements.
Motion approved.
Second on discussion. Is Mr. Bodnar there, David?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. David, could you explain any implications if a motion was put forth to table the family promise portion of this advertisement for 2 weeks? So that would be the week after we meet with family promise. What, if anything, would be the implication of just pulling out the family promise?
Basically, this is just a procedural thing for the environmental review. It really has no effect on the funding or anything like that. It's basically to satisfy HUD regulation 24 CFR Part 58 from the National Environmental Policy Act of 1969. It's just to give the public a chance for 15 days to comment on if there's any environmental impact on the project. After that, then there is also another 15-day period for people to comment to DCED on any environmental impact on the project.
All right. So if I were to either vote no or seek to table that portion for 2 weeks, it would not adversely impact the other advertisement or economic impact process moving forward. Is that correct?
No, we would just have to amend the advertisement that would go on that.
All right. Well, then, Commissioner Arner, given that I continue to sense vacillation in the board of directors of Family Promise in regards to a full commitment to the development of a single women's homeless shelter, and the fact that we have the conversation next week with that board to order to give confirmation to their commitment, I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to approve with the exception of the Family Promise homeless facility women's shelter element of this motion.
And that could be all added on afterwards after we
Yeah,
have the
exactly. That's
discussion
what
with
I'd
them.
say. Yep, that next Thursday, as long as we feel comfortable, things are moving, they're committed to the project, to go ahead and move forward and advertise it.
Yeah, because I think we have to have a full commitment with them before
Right.
it would move forward.
Basically, the biggest thing is we just have to do, instead of one advertisement,
You would have to do the one,
it would be one, and then we would have to do another one. So we try to combine them to save money as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'll go along with Chris
Yeah.
to do that. I mean, I think it's just on the safe side to make sure that they are completely committed. I mean, there's a lot of money being moved around here. Okay, I'll second that, Chris.
All right.
Mr. Arner,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Children and Youth, authorize the advertisement of the Children and Youth Public Budget Meeting to be held on July 27th, 2022 for the 2024 Children and Youth State Needs-Based Plan and Budget.
Motion approved.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Communications. For approval and execution, a request was received from the Communications Director enclosing an agreement with Radio Maintenance Incorporated of Reading, Pennsylvania, to purchase and install a police F1 simulcast radio system at the Lehigh Tunnel and Broad Mountain Tower sites at a total cost of $92,728.66 under Pennsylvania CoStar's contract number 012-083. Act 12 funds will recover the cost of the purchase.
Motion approved and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Funding commitment for approval. Commitment of funds in the amount of $25,068 towards engineering costs for a multimodal grant application filed by Jim Thorpe Borough for vehicle and pedestrian safety, crosswalks, ADA curb cuts, and widening of the sidewalk in the area of the corral parking spaces on Lehigh Street.
Move to approve,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Insurance. For approval and execution, the submission of an application to the Housing and Redevelopment Insurance Exchange, the county's workman's compensation carrier, for up to $15,000 in available safety improvement grant funds to use toward the purchase of 9 AED units.
Motion approved and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
The solicitor's report?
Thank you. For the Controller's Office, seeking approval and execution of Amendment Number 1 to the agreement dated October 10, 2021 with Harold Hydro of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, to provide accounting and financial training to the accounting manager in the Controller's Office. The term will be extended from June 30th until July 31st, 2022. And compensation will be $50 per hour with a maximum of 100 hours for the term. In all other respects, the terms of the existing agreement dated October 10th, 2021 will remain applicable.
Move to approve and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
For Parks and Recreation, seeking approval and execution of a special activities agreement by Jim Thorper's Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation for a beach yoga class to take place at the beach at MYkj Lake Park on today, Thursday, July 21st, from 6:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. And we did receive the certificate of liability insurance.
Move to approve and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
And for tax assessment, seeking approval and payment of a refund of county real estate taxes to David E. and Deborah F. Brocious of Summit Hill Borough for a refund due to an appeal ruling that the assessment is decreased from $48,600 to $40,350. The total refund due to the taxpayers is $99.04.
Move for approval of payment.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Okay, any further business? Commissioners reports, Mr. Honor?
I just have a couple things that I'm trying not to get too long-winded. I want to announce that the Railroad Commission meeting on July 22nd or 26th, there will be no meeting, that will be canceled. I have a few things here I want to report on, which will involve the young lady alongside of me here. If anybody's seen it on the change of status, she is going to be our new parking administrator. And I think she has a lot of great ideas with signage and apps, which I don't understand. And I think we're going to do very well with her. So congratulations on that. I'd like to we did work on our projects and we're getting closer with the courthouse project, but I just want to share a little something with the media on, I think before we were looking at the building in the height, it sort of looked like this. And now it's going to look like this. So I can send that, that'll be the facade in the front. And in the interior, we discussed some, what we were gonna do, and it's gonna be like a little more kid-friendly. But my suggestion was to get the 4 school districts or the 5 school districts involved in our area here. And they have great artists within the schools. They've been doing paintings throughout, and I'd like to have them paint either a wall in the conference room or in the lobby, or give them all a project to do to get the community throughout the whole county involved in it. And we're still on that date that I think we're gonna be, August 19th is the date that we're gonna put it out for bid. It looks like we're gonna hit that projected date. I just want to touch a little bit on what we had discussed last week about the drop boxes for elections. We will not be having them. And Chris and Wayne and I had a discussion over it that we didn't do it in the primary. It might be a little bit confusing for the people to have it now. And what we're going to do is we're going to have designated parking spots that once the ballots are sent out, we're going to have a date that when people come back, there will be parking for them if they would want to come and deliver it to the, to the site itself, on Susquehanna Street. And I think that was one of our concerns, but I think with the ballot box, and I said about this before, it has to be monitored. And I think that's going to be one of our issues, and it's probably going to put a burden on everybody and our solicitor, because there's probably going to be tons of rights to know, because everybody thinks the ballots aren't right, or did somebody drop 2 of them in? So that's where we're getting away from that. And I just want to explain things. We've been getting emails, and I think everybody's seen it across the country, but I want to explain how our election department works. Prior to the election, the staff is preparing the poll sites and poll workers with the tools needed to have a fair election. The day of the election, the poll workers in a bipartisan way are there before most of us are out of bed. Their day does not end at 8 o'clock. They have to continue and bring the ballots back, to the election. So their day is long. The election staff that is working, they will be working from 7 a.m. in the morning till 12:01 midnight, whatever you want to call it, 12 midnight or 12:01, that it has to be posted. So there's another long day for those people. Everyone is exhausted, but we're expecting through their dedication the same results we will have in the general election that we had in the previous primary election. So for someone that says this is what I'm saying, I mean, Chris, if you want to add to it, if somebody says that the election is not fair, they can't be talking about Carbon County, because I think our staff does an excellent job on what has to be done here. But some of the advice I think I want to give somebody when the ballots go out, I think we're projecting a look to getting them out the first week of October. Now, that depends on the printer. If we have it, it could be delayed a week. But if you get your ballot, most people know who they're voting for. Please return it in an adequate time, so that it gives the whole staff time to do this. And that's just about all I have to say. But like I said, we get letters every day and what's going across the country, and I don't see that in Carbon County. I mean, our staff, and I said, it's not just our staff, our employees, it's the poll workers that they're dedicated. I mean, they come back, they're worn out, and they have no complaints, and they got to deal with complaints all day long. So I have to commend them for what they do. And that's about it I have for my report.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, the only item would be on our funding commitment of $25,068. The expectation would be, and this is for the public knowledge, that these funds would come from our parking revenue. That's all I have.
Okay.
I guess meeting adjourned. Mark, I'll call the meeting to order for you, I guess. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order for the retirement board.
Thank you, Commissioner Arner. First, we'll start with seeking an approval for the minutes of the previous meeting held June 16, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second,
Mr. Svercek, yes. Mr. Arner,
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Thank you. Next is any guests concerning retirement board business. Next would be the report of executive sessions. None were held. Next, we will seek a motion to ratify the warrant checks number 40817 through 40824 and direct deposit number 7017521 to 7017923 for the month of June.
Move to ratify.
Second,
And Mr. Svercek, yes. Mr. Arner,
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Thank you. And next will be the retirement report activity for the month of June. We had 7 retirement refunds and 1 death benefit. The disbursements for the month of June were monthly benefits totaling $465,529.05 and death benefit of $244,055.08, refund of $6,971.54 for a total disbursements of $716,555.67. The pension fund portfolio value as of June 30th, 2022 was $82,568,100. And I always check the Friday before the meeting. It was up to $82,823,119. So we have a little bit of an uptick there, which was good to see. And I believe next month, the August meeting, Sarah Wilson will be back with us from MYkj to provide another update. Next would be correspondence. I did not receive any correspondence. Solicitor's report.
No report.
Investment manager, other reports. There is nothing to report there. And next would be anything under new business.
No.
Anything under old business. Anything under further business.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we do have a new person from Channel 13. If we will give her the first round of questions if she has any. And she can stand up and, sorry I didn't get your name in the beginning of the meeting, but you can introduce yourself now.
Hi.
Okay. Amy.
Morning. With regard to the multimodal project we're going for, Harbin County obviously is doing a commitment with some funds. Can you talk a little about the project and are you committing more funds later on for the whole project?
Well, not really. It's just more or less like, we want to, I mean, it's sort of like some safety issues that we'd like to have changed. And I think for them doing this and presenting that will get presented what we could do here. And there are some issues. I know if the crosswalk here, there's sewer lines involved in it and things like that. We're just gonna have to see what we can do. And it's something that probably once this is presented to us, then we'll have to see what our commitment is. And I think we're sort of looking at a commitment to do some of these projects with Jim Thorpe, the railroad, and ourselves. So at this time, I can't really tell you, like, it's just more or less we're looking into it.
And I know the sidewalk area that kind of stops in the middle, is that part of this application?
No, it's not. That's all, and that's
No.
that's another issue because that involves PennDOT and different crossings, and that's another road we gotta cross because,
Yeah.
I mean, like PennDOT, they have rules and regulations and some of the things that we wanted to do, they didn't like them ideas, so we're gonna have to go back to the blackboard and try to figure things out.
Amy, and this all ties back to the parking study that was completed, of course. And I would say the Board of Commissioners, we are bringing together the Railroad, Borough of Jim Thorpe, and PennDOT in August to continue the conversations about pedestrian vehicular safety, associated with Lehigh Avenue, the railroad crossing. So this is all tying into that effort.
Okay, thank you. And my last question actually is for Mark. I know we're down, you're at 82 million. What was the starting balance at the end of the year?
We finished December 31st, it was 98.8 million.
So you guys have taken a pretty significant hit.
Yeah,
over-
about 18%, as have most funds and accounts throughout the country and the world. Really. But I think with our diversified portfolio, we've done better as far as not a decrease as large as some other funds.
And you had a little bit of a bump in the last
Yeah,
few weeks.
yeah.
Are you expecting to see more of an upward trend as you move forward? I know it's a very volatile market.
Don't touch that.
Anything, even our investment consultant doesn't predict that.
You're hoping.
We are, yes, certainly hopeful.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have then.
All right. Okay. You done?
About the Iron Street project, why did you decide to redo the building in a different block?
The front, and I expected this right from the beginning. I mean, if I could say 3/4 of the building was renovated by St. Luke's. The front, there was really nothing much done to it, probably within 40 years. And I mean, just with my construction background, I looked, that's not going to be fixable. I mean, there's places that leak. So we decided it's better cost effective to tear it down. And what it's going to be, it's actually going to be a 2-story building, but the second story is where all the equipment like HVAC will be put in. And it's actually less costly to do it this way than renovate. Because you know how it goes with renovating, you rip out and then next thing they find something rotted here. And it's not really that big of an area. And actually by doing it this way, the same footprint, we are getting more area on it because now there won't be a set of stairs going up there. And there's not going to be that, like the boiler room that was over on the side. So it's actually probably giving us, I think, is it almost 300 or 400 more square feet by doing it this way. And like I said, it's more cost effective and it's cheaper to do it this way. Because if you look at like Lehighton, they tore a whole building down, I think for $29,000. We would probably have $100,000 in renovating. So starting over like this, we can, and the new building is going, the new part that's going to be on there is going to have a pitched roof. It will not have a flat roof that's existing there now. And I think even Chris mentioned last week, we got to get away from these flat roofs. I mean, so we want to make this building as efficient, working for us on payment and not maintenance as well as we do for the children and youth department.
Just the vertical part of the building that like doesn't it go up and then out? Kind of, is that the part?
Yeah, it comes up and it has like a weird, well, I guess it's coming out or either it's falling off. I don't know. No, but no, it does have like that little bit of a design to it. And the ladies that presented to this to us like 2 weeks ago, we told them what we wanted. And when they showed it to all of us, like we didn't have no changes. I mean, they hit what we wanted. It has a nice look. And I don't think there was ever any kind of like historic value to that building because nobody ever really, you know, it was a mill and then it was used for something else. So there was really nothing that put it this way. I think the public, I talked to the neighbors down there. I think they like what we're doing because I think they were afraid of something coming in. There could have been apartments put in there. You know, you never know what came there. And whenever I'm down there, the neighbors come over and they think it's a great idea. And sometimes I think when you do projects like this, you think you're going to have a little bit backlash, and we've only had compliments about it. And that's what I said, and that's our intent. I mean, to help the children and youth of Carbon County, and I think everybody throughout the county sees that.
Can you give an email us what the new stuff looks like?
Yeah, I'll email all this stuff to you. I was going to have it on the screen, but you know how I shut it off before. It wouldn't have worked. So I'll email you all what I have. I mean, I don't know if you need, I can send you everything. I don't know if you have in there like the amount of people, the space that what it's going to be used. I'll give you a little bit of a summary for it.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Chris, go back to your seminar. All right.
Yep, I'm out of here. All right. Have a
Are you
good
learning
day.
anything?
Thanks. Yep. Not yet. Man, it was midnight till I got settled in. So now I'm going to work. Take care. Have a great day, guys.